Hello again, and thank you for joining us. What we're going to be looking at today is something which comes up actually quite a lot in our day-to-day operation. So it only makes sense that we make this process as easy as possible for our administrators. And that is the simple experience of somebody forgetting their password or losing it or having it written down incorrectly somewhere. But basically a member or an account holder locking themselves out of their profile. There's two things we can do. One, we can sign in as the user. Using the sign-in function here, which you can see on the right-hand side, there's absolutely nothing else you have to do. You sign in, you can then have full access to my profile, and you can operate as that member within the system. So if you'd want to do something on the behalf of a member, you can just use on that sign-in function, and you at no point do you have to know their password. However, if you'd actually want to be able to recover their password or reset their password, what we can do is just go into this edit the profile, and you have the change password and confirm new password fields. Just put in the same password into both fields. The system will recognize the match. At that point, you can save the profile, and that becomes their new permanent password until they change it or you change it on their behalf. The more practical and what I would say is the more secure option is to use this temporary password option down here, which basically will create a temporary password. It will not change their actual password. It will create a temporary password for their profile, and it will also expire after a certain period of time. This is ideal because if we communicate a temporary password to somebody and they don't get around to it and somebody else happens to come across that email, by that time, hopefully the expiration date has gone by. No harm, no foul. Nobody can get access to this profile anyway. So what we're going to do right now is actually reset or set a temporary password for Derek's account. And I'm just going to use my name. I'm just going to go Remy. There's my temporary password. And I'm going to set the expiration date, which is about 30 hours from now. And as soon as I've put in my temporary password and I put in a temporary expiry date, I can save it. And now there's a temporary password which I can then communicate to Derek, and he can log in into the system, and then proceed to change his actual password should he so desire. And that's that. As silly as it may seem that nobody should forget their password, lots of people forget their passwords. This is a very common issue, and this is how you get around recovering somebody's access. So either by changing their permanent password, by applying a temporary password to their account, or once again, if you're looking to do something on their behalf, you always have that sign-in option, which is available to you as well. So that's it for this tutorial. Thanks for joining us.